Welcome to the next edition of She Who Rises. This interview series is where we share and shine a light on the bold, the brilliant, and the resilient women of the Ambitious Ladies of London community. I'm your host, Lorraine Quick, and together we'll explore the stories of women who are navigating life's transitions, rediscovering their purpose, and redefining ambition. These conversations are casual, real, and heartfelt. They're designed to inspire you with wisdom, with courage, and the reminder that we rise higher when we rise together. Today, I am excited to welcome Beatrix Fekete, a transformational coach and therapist who specializes in men's mental and emotional well-being. She combines tools like NLP, life coaching, and rational emotive behavioral therapy to help men break free from stress, anxiety, and the limiting patterns that they have in their minds and in their lives in order for them to thrive with confidence and resilience. As founder of Men's Mindset Mastery, Beatrix creates safe spaces for men to rewrite their stories and step into their future potential. In our conversation today, we will explore her journey, the lessons she's learned along the way, and the inspiring message she has for all of us everywhere. So let's get started. This is She Who Rises. Beatrix, welcome. My first question right off the bat is, what chapter of life are you currently in right now? What are you navigating? What are you embracing?
Thank you, Lorraine. I have been navigating through the past 3 to 4 months through a burnout that hit me kind of hard. And what I'm embracing is the lessons that I learned from it. And one of the lessons was to understand myself and why the burnout happened. And that led me to understand more about me, or actually embrace and really take seriously the discoveries about myself. And that led me to embrace neurodivergent traits in me. Because essentially what I've realized is that I didn't pay attention to those, I didn't embrace them. And that led me to burnout because I kind of was against, I was going against myself. I was going against my internal command, and that led me to burnout. So I've been navigating through this um, experience with curiosity, excitement, and an open mind to the next chapter of what's next, because I understand there's a lot that has to be changed in my personal life, the
Mhm.
way I show up in business as well. So I'm excited to navigate through this and discover new strategies that work for these traits of mine.
Wow.
Mm.
Well, as you've gone through this process, Beatrix, or how, I should ask maybe, is how have you stayed connected to your purpose or rediscovered it, or how has it been a part of the process you've gone through over this burnout and this new discovery of yourself?
Mm. Yes, that's right. So I see my business is my purpose, and I did question it, to be honest. But then I had to rationalize it and realize that it's not about the purpose, it's about how I approach the purpose. And that's what has led me to burnout. What kept the purpose alive is the why behind it. And that is my story with men. So whenever I doubted myself during this period, I questioned my path, or is this the right path? I just went back to the why. I went back to questions like, am I still excited about my purpose? Do I still have ideas to share? Does it still light me up? Is it still really what I would like to share with the world? And the answers were yes. And that has led me to understand that stay on the path, but divert to a different how.
Well said. Um, as you think about this process you've gone through in the last couple of months, but also really in terms of you being a business owner, your whole entire career, how has your friendships played a role in all that?
They played a lot in terms of support and understanding of the situation we are in or the challenges that we are navigating through. It's been extremely helpful for me to share the challenges, share the breakthroughs, share the excitement with one particular friend of mine who we share a lot. We're kind of similar, and it's good to have it's good to have someone to have, sounding boards, reflection, a mirror as well. I think we all need that on the journey. So definitely friendships has played a big role, 100%. And I think it's very important to have people around us who are willing to understand the journey of business, who are willing to support us, who might not share their advice or maybe their own limitations with us, but support us with with inspiration, um, with motivation, which is only just maybe listening. That's it. Just listening sometimes.
Absolutely. I think for women in particular, our friendships are very powerful parts of our support systems.
Yes, exactly. Yes, 100%. I agree with that.
And if
Mm.
you look at the experience that you've had recently, but also just again over your whole entire career as a business entrepreneur, have you seen shifts in yourself in terms of your love, in terms of leadership, in terms of confidence in who you are?
Yes, I have. Yes, definitely. It required me a lot to shift. Love, that in regards to love, what comes to me is self-love.
Hmm.
And that also means boundaries. That also means to me that I show up in life that is the most aligned with me, or I make choices, decisions that my energy can carry instead of I feel like the burnout period meant that I actually didn't love myself. I actually didn't care for myself because I was focusing on something else. I was focusing on too much on the doing instead of the being and myself. Um, Leadership means leading myself on a path that is the most aligned with me. Leadership in sharing my ideas, standing on my grounds, confidence in what I do, confidence in myself, confidence in men as well. These are the things that come to me regarding these three words. And I think these three words are very, very important
Hmm.
when we are on in personal life and in business life as well. Both.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Mm.
And the next question I want to ask you, Beatrix, is one that I really love to ask all women that I meet, and that is, how do you define the term ambition, and where are you at with ambition in this stage of your life?
Oh, that's a good question, Lorraine. Yes. So for me at this stage, ambition means that I show up as the version of me who is authentic. I show up for myself and I take care of myself. I take care of my energy. I take care of who I am. At the same time, with that, ambition means also to me is that whatever I have in me, it can be an idea, it can be a hobby, it can be a new connection, it can be a collaboration, it can be anything. I bring it to life. Um, I take actions towards it. I create something. Whatever that idea wants to come, whatever idea wants to come out, I take action towards it and I bring it to life and I share it with others.
It sounds a lot like what you're saying is ambition is for you living your absolute best life, being authentic about who you are and sharing that with others at any level in life.
Yes, yes, exactly, Lauren. Yes,
Very nice.
yes, that's how I would define it right now.
Beautiful. Uh,
Yeah.
if you were to give advice or words of wisdom, encouragement to another woman going through the same season that you have just gone through, what would you say?
Be curious about yourself and trust yourself that you can navigate through it, navigate through anything, a challenge or a breakthrough or bringing a new idea to life. Trust yourself that it is possible and bring excitement to the process. That's always very, very helpful. And you've mentioned something in the beginning when we started, and that was oftentimes mm, we don't really embrace ourselves as women. Sometimes we tone it down a lot. Recently, I had an experience where I had to kind of brag about myself. I would like to encourage women in a good way, in a healthy way, and I would like to encourage women to practice that
Hmm.
because that connection with yourself, knowing your strength, embracing who you are, embracing your uniqueness is extremely, extremely valuable. And that just builds a deeper connection with ourselves. And that connection with ourselves is very, very much needed in life, in business, everywhere we go, because we bring ourselves to everywhere we go. We are with us everywhere we go.
I love it.
Mhm.
As we begin to wrap up this conversation today, Beatrix, would love to ask you, how has being a part of the Ambitious Ladies of London community impacted your journey personally or professionally?
Very much inspiration, motivation, support from from the ladies, connections. It's just good to be in a community where you are supported. There's no judgment. Everyone is welcome, and everyone is made to feel that you can do it. There is a way for you, and how can I support you with that? That is an awesome thing to feel. That is an awesome thing to have around you. So definitely, yes, yes. It's been very, very helpful and massive and insightful. I think it's also important that we share our stories with each other. So hearing other ladies, women's stories, life stories, and where they are, what they've been through, how resilient they are, how courageous they are, how bold they are, is extremely inspiring and motivating. And I think we do need that for the same reason that I've just mentioned, that sometimes we tone it down. But then when we share it, then actually we realize Okay, I actually been through a lot and I could share it with others and give inspiration to them, give strength to them, give ideas, give curiosity to them. And I think that's just beautiful and very much needed.
I agree. And actually, my last question would be, what would you say to someone who is considering joining the Ambitious Ladies of London? And I'm going to throw out there that you actually were the one that invited me into this group. So I know you have that conversation on occasion with different women. What do you say to them when they're sitting on the fence thinking, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't?
There's no option for shouldn't. Um, that feeling of everyone is welcome, no judgment, share yourself. We are curious about you. We would like to know you, who you are is priceless. And that is what I've noticed that the community is about.
Mhm.
Um, and for the first step, that is absolutely, if someone wants to join, then yes, please. There's loads of ideas, there's insights there, inspiration, motivation, no matter where the person is in their life, anything can help. Because when you see the example in front of you, then you're like, yeah, she could do it, I can do it too. Absolutely. And that's the truth, right?
Absolutely. All right. Well, I want to say thank you so much, Beatrix, for sharing your story and your wisdom with us today. Your journey reminds us that rising isn't about achievement, it's about courage, growth, and the power of showing up as our true selves. If those of you listening, you would like to connect with Beatrix, you can find her links in the show notes to this video recording. And I also encourage you very much to reach out to her, support her work, and to continue this conversation. This has been another episode of She Who Rises, where we celebrate the women of the Ambitious Ladies of London, all of whom are leading with wisdom, heart, and courage. Until next time, please keep rising, keep shining, and keep remembering that when one woman rises, we all rise together. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.